When you cut the trunk of a tree, you may not have fully destroyed the ability for something to grow back from what's left of it. A trunk consists of several layers and tubes that carry water and nutrients from the roots to its branches, twigs, and leaves. Although a tree that has been felled has no leaves to produce food for the growth of its roots, the roots itself might still have enough nutrients left for sprouts to grow from them, or from the leftover stump. And when a sprout develops enough leaves, it can one day grow back into a tree. Amos chapter 2 verses 9 to 11 say, "Yet I destroyed the Amorites before them, though they were as tall as the cedars and as strong as the oaks. I destroyed their fruit above and their roots below. I brought you up out of Egypt and led you 40 years in the wilderness to give you the land of the Amorites. I also raised up prophets from among your children and Nazarites from among your youths. Is this not true, people of Israel, declares the Lord." Once a strong nation, the Amorites are depicted in the form of a tree that has been felled from its roots. The first verse of chapter 2 comes after God expressed his disdain towards the selfish lifestyle of the Israelites. They even mistreated the poor. God then reminds them of his faithfulness to and favor over the Israelites. But this is also the reflection of his sovereign power over the strongest of nations like the Amorites. The Israelites, however, were so dazed by their complacent lifestyle that they had forgotten God's faithfulness towards them. To give a better context of Amos chapter 2 verse 9, we go further back in Israel's history. In the book of Numbers chapter 21, we read about how the Israelites captured all the cities of the Amorites and occupied them. Further, God also makes reference to how he delivered the Israelites out of Egypt, where they had dwelt for 4 centuries and had been enslaved, as accounted by Moses in Exodus. God, who has given us life, the breath we breathe, at times receives the least of our affection, the least of our attention, the least of our time spent in his presence, and the least of our heartfelt gratitude and repentance. If there's one thing we can learn in this single chapter, it's to never forget God's faithfulness.